Is it moving?
And it's not moving. I'm Cory Miller with Black Eagle Arrows and Dart and Archery. I hacked Dan's new studio, which is now mine. I'm taking over ElkShape. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Dude, what are you guys doing in my studio? What is this? This is ElkShape, not Cory's YouTube channel. That's my camera, dude.
Oh, well.
What are you guys doing?
I was borrowing him to show how great this new arrow is.
Oh, that's great. Maybe ask for permission. This is my studio. What? You want to use my bow press? Do you want to use my bow? I mean, you want to use my bathroom while you're at it? You want to have my refrigerator over there?
What do you have for drinks?
Oh, you probably knew. Guys, this is Cory. And he just shows up at the new studio before I even have a chance to make a video here. So I guess, what are we doing today?
We're going to go over...
What are you doing today?
Well, I'm going to go over and show you how great our new arrow is, the new Focus from Black Eagle.
We'll bring you guys along. Let's go. Guys, welcome to the new HQ. Come on over. We're gonna hang out with Cory. He's on the phone. He's got a mustache. I must ask.
Oh, I know Cory.
Yeah, you do. You didn't know this was Cory?
No.
Don't say hi to him. Let's see what he's got for a dress shirt here.
That was...
Not bad.
I was on my way to Yellowstone, so I had to throw in some different clothes and
Pocket protectors.
all that fun stuff.
I don't even think these are out yet. We'll
No.
talk about those.
No.
What's he got here?
Oh.
What do you think he's rocking? Oh, Sig Sauer
course.
stable.
I know who got into him.
Who you do?
Yep.
Okay.
His name is Livesay.
Hi, Livesay. You watching the channel? Subscribe.
Dog.
He's got that dog in him.
Sweat activated. It's like he's been probably cut and hanging trail cams. So,
Just
Tool. Don't you have a Tool tattoo?
That's Tool.
That's the Tool.
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 Yeah,
What's your all-time favorite Tool song?
46 and 2.
46 and 2. Pretty good bass riff. Well, let's
Yeah.
head to the shop.
So we're just gonna have to.
So, did you sign a non-disclosure?
I did.
You son of a bitch.
Wow.
Okay.
He's the real deal.
True or false? Costner was on the set. That's true. I read his body language. I know he can't answer that.
Well, only thing that I could say would be when I was on set, he was not.
Okay, so guys, when you drive by the Yellowstone, it's in the Bitterroot Valley. They have like a pop-up line with a security guy like blocking the driveway, and you can see the big Y on one of the buildings. And then I'm imagining the main house where they make everything is right there off the highway. True or false?
I haven't been to the house, but you can see it from the ranch. It's up on the hill, and if you go when you drive by the entrance,
Yeah.
and you look back up, you can see.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm asking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to get to that. I got to do some stuff in the bunkhouse.
But the way it's filmed on the show, you think that house is like
Oh yeah, it's totally different than.
it's
yeah.
right by a highway. Anyways,
Yeah.
to the studio. Guys, we're here today to talk to Cory about elk hunting, arrows, and what he's gonna run for 2024. So we're gonna talk about arrows, and believe it or not, we're not talking about Victory, we're not talking about Gold Tip, we're not talking about Easton, we're talking about Black Eagle. Cory's a rep for them. Are you a manager, sales rep, president, CEO, VPO, CFO? CTO,
regional sales manager.
regional sales manager. All right, guys, so we got Cory here. We're gonna dig in on these arrows. These are new to me. Are these brand new to the market?
Yep.
What's the name of the arrow?
Focus.
That's the name of your system too.
It
Okay,
is.
okay, and then I'm not done with question. I'm sorry. This is the 300, most common spine.
Yep.
What's the GPI?
9.65, so we've just rounded up to 9.7.
This is a 4 mil arrow.
Yep.
This comes with a bushing. Most arrows do
Comes
not.
with- yeah, it's a knot collar that will help
What's that son of a gun weigh?
3 grains, and then that just kind of helps protect that back end from slapping the back end.
This is high modulus.
Mm-hmm.
This is, you guys labeled spine alignment?
Yep. So this is our first go at that. So we've put the spine index on here. It's laser engraved in, etched into there. That is the stiffest side of the spine.
I mean, let's talk about the component that does or does not come with this.
It comes with this. So this is our Focus 2.0 system. See if I can get it out.
So this
here.
is the updated focus system.
This is what I get a lot of phone calls about. There was no inserts. It's in here.
There it is. And what Cory's talking about. So.
Yep. So if our arrow's gonna buck this way, buckle, we don't want this blade
Because it
to
might
go that
kick
way.
up or
We
down.
would want that
Yep.
to be this way, so it's slicing through and it's not planing off of that.
Gotcha.
Same thing if it's coming out left and right, we don't want it straight up and down. A good easy way, especially with this system, is if you start shooting a two blade and it doesn't want to shoot with your, start rotating that blade around, and it's going to tell you.
So you don't mess with maybe knock, you start doing
I
broad.
do the broadhead end.
This is knowledge you needed and you didn't even know. All right, guys, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pretend put an arrow together. We're gonna hot melt one in so I can take it out.
Yeah.
You wanna do that?
No,
All right, we're gonna change positions.
These are yours. You can build them. You can play with them. You can
Can you be filming right here, Jeff?
shoot them.
I wish I had a gun and a hot melt ready to go for you.
So how I like to do it is before I put my set screw in there, I've glued my insert in, and I'm gonna slide that
Wizard
guy
sleeve.
on, and then I would have fletchings on here and everything, so I kind of know my orientation. So I'm gonna turn this to a certain spot. So let's say let's turn this
To the label.
to the label, straight up to that label. And so now what I do is I hang on to it so it doesn't spin, and I go ahead and unscrew this broadhead.
That makes sense. Then set screw in.
Then set my set screw, and then when I screw this broadhead back in, it's going to line back up.
And get one for you. What's the material of that?
Aluminum.
What's the material of the insert?
Aluminum.
And what is this material right here?
Probably steel.
Okay. And why don't you guys like titanium?
Spendy. So the one thing,
That's right.
I haven't done enough testing on that as far as titanium, but I've seen some others. So we should be, boom, there's our line.
Money.
There's so now it's indexed. So now if if I wanted to change that, I could just loosen that, slide this over a little bit, and then lock that down.
Can you show?
Show that one more time, man. So you would undo this.
Yeah, so if I wanted to move it, so right now, we're lined up here. So now I would just unscrew this guy.
Loosen set screw.
Loosen my set screw up. And then I would just turn my insert
90.
a little bit. Go ahead and tighten that guy back down. And
That makes sense.
now it's probably going to be flat.
So the testing and tinkering, the people that are serious that want to vet their equipment,
So
could
now
literally shoot until they get everything to
Yeah.
group.
So now there's my spine, and now my blade's flat.
I like that.
So now I can index however this arrow wants to shoot. And that's what I like about this system, because nothing's really other than that insert's glued in, so I can replace this. If this bends, I can replace it.
That is nice.
Okay, so I want to protect this.
Yes.
Because this is the weight, this is the thing that's driving into the animal or the target. If you picture a car, and this is the people, the car hits something, comes to a sudden stop, the whole front end of the car is designed to absorb that energy so it doesn't kill the people.
It's a good analogy.
So if this is so hard, that energy has to go somewhere, and it's going to break this arrow.
Yeah.
And then nothing's worth anything. I guess with a broken arrow, you can maybe heat up, and because you're not worried about destroying the arrow and get your really expensive component out of there and put it in another arrow, but you got to go buy another arrow.
Does this have set up to where it can receive more weight?
Yes. So we do a 10, 20, and a 30 grain brass that you can come into the back end.
So let's do one more, guys, just for people like me that want to see the whole thing nice and slow. You want to do one more?
Sure.
Just to give the people what they want.
So this is the other big thing for us as far as like dealers, that typically on the X impacts before, we had to sand the shafts to get them to fit, and now there's no sanding of the shaft, so that makes the dealer a lot happier, the consumer happier. So they just will fit right on there nice, and you can spin them. There's guys that, like I say, if you're shooting a 3-blade, 4-blade, this orientation probably doesn't matter as much as
Sure.
put it on a spinner, check it, spin it, check it, spin it, check it. Oh, right there, she's just spinning perfect. I would do the same thing at that point, you know, hang on to it, unscrew it, and then put my set screw in. You know, I would put it on the spinner, rotate it, spin it, see if I see any kind of movement. And if I don't see any movement and it's spinning perfectly right there, then I just unscrew and drop my Allen down in there.
So there's the X impact, super light GPI. You got your deep impact, and now you got your middle of the road focus. And I think that's great. I like the 4 mil, guys. I personally am shooting a 4 mil this year for all my hunting stuff. So I would, I do think it makes a difference in some wind drift. I do think it'll help a little bit in penetration. It could tighten your groups up, but shoot whatever gives you the most confidence. This is just now a new offering from Black Eagle.
Do you shoot light Inox?
No, I'm sorry.
You know, for me,
Jeff wants me to.
Well,
it would be cooler for the YouTube people.
To me, the knock is, I have this conversation with consumers. A lot of us bow hunters don't change a knock unless it's broken. Talk to professional archers, they put fresh knocks in before major shoots.
Absolutely.
I mean, the knock is a wear item. It's not, when it's broken you fix it, something that you should be changing.
It's a piece of gum. When it loses flavor, change it.
And so I mean they'll spread out, they'll get bent, you know, they're not indestructible. So they're going to change, putting fresh knocks in. Now when you take a 166 or 4 millimeter, it's already a small knock, and then we're going to drill a hole and put a light bulb in there, and I just feel like I lose some integrity of the knock.
Yeah.
So if shooting a lighted knock is my main focus, or really high on my things, I'm going to shoot a different diameter shaft.
Guys, this is Cory. He is the man. If you have any questions, reach out to him. He'll be on IG, Instagram, Facebook.
Facebook? TikTok.
TikTok.
Yellowstone.
Archery rep. What?
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Just be on the lookout for Yellowstone. He might be in the background, season whatever.
I don't think I got any camera time this season. I did last season, or season 5.
Yeah. Well, let's finish with this. What does your arrow look like for elk in 2020?
So I'm going to shoot the new Focus in a 350 spine. I'm going to shoot a 60-pound bow, 61 pounds, so 350. It's going to, I believe, weigh right around 405, somewhere around there.
What about your veinage? How many veins?
I'm going to run a 3-vein, playing with a Fletch Pro 2.5, I believe is what that is. Nice vein. I shot it for tournaments outside. I really like it. I've already kind of shot a couple broadheads. Broadhead part's the only thing I don't know yet.
That's what I want to know. Will it be fixed or expandable?
That's the part that I don't know. If it goes fixed, I'll shoot a kudu. If I go expandable, I think I'll go Grim Reaper.
Which one?
I think the Fatal Steel.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't remember all the names.
That's Carnivore, Fatal Steel Pro Series.
If I'm going to go expandable for elk,
Have you ever shot an elk with an expandable?
Yes, yeah. I did the Slick Trick Torch. It's a 2-inch cut. I would like a little bit less, or a less angle. You know, they're really steep here. I would like something a little bit. It did good. I poked out. I shot 62 pounds with a 420 grain arrow. Poked out the other side. He made it 35, 40 yards. Buckets of blood. My thing on that is, I'm an elk caller, so I have a lot of quartering towards frontals at close distance, and I just don't think that that's the best. Now, I have a Eastern breaks tag, which will be more spot and stock.
Yeah.
So a lot more opportunities to wait for something to turn, because they're not looking for me, they're just doing their thing.
It's a valid point, man.
So
I don't think people consider the style of your elk hunt could need to match the beginnings of your broadhead or your arrow. Damn good point. Guys, this is Cory Miller. This is my friend. Separations in the preparation. We'll catch you on the next one.